William here, BeyondGymWalls.com. I've got two hamstring stretches for you with the jump stretch band. What I have here is a 50 to 120 pound band. I would probably go a little bit lighter. This is a little bit probably too stiff even for me, but the other ones are out there and I feel like going to get them. So what I'm going to use here is this right here. So what I'm going to do is show you two pretty basic exercises or stretches you can do for your hamstrings. I had an intense leg day today, still kind of warm from it, so I'm going to kind of take this time to kind of stretch it out a little bit. First one's pretty basic, but there's some key points you got to kind of keep in mind. A lot of people when they do hamstring stretches in this position, they roll out here like this and they have their back rounded. You won't want to do that. You want to keep your belly button pulled in, and when you come down, keep your chest out. So you're here, so when you come down, it's almost like you're leading with your belly button. That puts a lot more emphasis on your hamstrings. Okay, so with that, what you're going to do is bring your feet together, pull up on the band a little bit so it has some tension. What you're going to do is once you get that tension, try to relax your legs and allow it to kind of pull you forward. And you can use that, the resistance from the band to kind of pull it forward and kind of not overstretch, but stretch it a little bit deeper than you would if you were just kind of reaching for your feet. So once you get used to that, you can kind of grab a little bit more band and relax those hamstrings, come into it, and let the band kind of do the stretching. This is pretty much similar to if you had someone behind you and they were kind of pushing your back and you were trying to stretch it out. It kind of pushes you a little bit further than what you would actually normally do for yourself. The second way is, this is kind of a little bit of an old school one, but with a new school twist, I guess. What you're going to do, take the band, put in the flat part of your foot, come on back. The average, what people normally do is they'll have that leg locked out straight and they tend to kind of just crank on it and then try to pull. What that does is puts a lot of strain right here in that knee. So what I'm going to have you do is bring your knee to your chest, okay? And then from here, take your ankle and try to push it towards the ceiling. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to straighten it out and pull, knees to my chest, and I'm going to push almost back. So you may not be able to take your leg straight all the way out until you're a little bit more flexible. What this does is puts a lot of stress right here, but you can feel that strain, and I'll do pretty much from your lower hip to the back of your knee. From here you can relax, and you can almost do a contract relax stretch as well, where you pull it back, knee to your chest, stretch it out. Hold that for about 15 seconds. You're going to do a contract, so you're going to squeeze those hamstrings and then relax. See if you can pull a little bit further. So you can do that for about 45 seconds to a minute on both legs of doing that contract relax, or just holding it there for that period of time. Those are two very basic hamstring stretches with the band that work phenomenal for me. Again, you can always do the old school ones, but adding this extra resistance is going to allow you to pull yourself a little bit further, giving you a little bit more of a stretch than you would if you were kind of by yourself. So start doing these things immediately. Get you a band. You can use a rope as well, but bands are just freaking awesome. You can get them on Amazon.com, pretty cheap. You can buy them by the single or by a whole kit. Okay, so this is William, BeyondGymWalls.com. Hamstring flexibility is key to everything. Okay, see you later.